Chris Saltz here. I don't know why, but several people have asked me to continue these short motivational messages. I don't even enjoy hearing myself talk, so I'm not sure why some of you would enjoy this, but here goes. And it's scary, you know, doing videos, regardless of how calm I might seem, when you're just releasing it to a few dozen or 100 people. But I plan on opening it up to the general public, and that's even scarier. Especially when I'm today going to talk about the most important thing in my life, the most important event in my life, without a doubt. So here goes. Chris Saltz before this event. I was not a great person. I mean, I didn't commit any crimes against humanity or break any laws, but I was not a good person. And when I say that, I mean I was all about me. It was all about Chris. For the first 40 years of my life, I had what others would say is a picture perfect life. I was married for 22 years, had a couple of perfect, fantastic children, went on to great colleges and are successful in their own right. Had a good wife that was a great mom, had nice houses, nice cars, walked around in $1,000 suits with $300 pins in my pocket, showed up to meetings in BMW 750s. But I really didn't care about other people. I didn't even care about my own family enough. But so in that regard, I was not a good person. And as you can imagine, the world lies to us about all this stuff and how happy it will make us. I also wasn't a happy person and had a little bit of a breakdown. I was in my early 40s and will never forget the day that I was going through a divorce and I was standing on a bridge in Chicago sobbing and alone, I thought, on the bridge. And then I heard a voice behind me. Chris, don't jump. Of course, I looked behind me because who would know my name out here? And there was nobody on the bridge, on either side of the bridge. I was like, geez, my mind is now playing tricks with me. And I heard it again, don't jump. And I looked, and then the phone rang. My mother doesn't even remember this. This was 15 years ago. I only recently told her about it, maybe 13 years ago. And the phone rang, I answered the phone, and it was my mother. And she said, Chris, I don't know why, but I just had the urge to call you. Are you okay? Well, you know, I was not okay. This brought me to my knees that day. See, I had been, and this is my truth, this is what I believe is truth. I was raised in the church. I went to church. I was very religious. Now, my family was very spiritual and God-centered, but not me. I was going through the motions most of my life. And on this day, literally fell to my knees and just cried out and gave my life to God, Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, at that very moment, and have been Chris 2.0 since that day. Now, I did not recover the first marriage. It was too late. I haven't fully recovered the relationship with my older children. And I'm not a perfect person. I'm not saying that at all. Far from it. It's a work in progress. Have a long way to go. But man, life is different. See, I used to deal with adversity completely different before that day. You know, the ups and downs, the roller coaster of life, the tough things that happen. My kids with health issues, financial issues early on, living on a submarine for 5 years. I mean, there was a lot of challenges and I didn't deal with them well. And there was a lot of ups and downs in life. But I was trying to drive the ship. I was trying to drive the car, and it wasn't meant for me to drive. And ever since that day, that car, the steering of that car is in God's hands, and it's been getting better ever since. And today, when adversity rocks, just roll with it. And you might say, what do you mean by that? You know, and the world would say, life hands you lemons, make lemonade. That's worldly wisdom and worldly power. God is a different kind of entity, and it's more along the lines of, you know, own every lemonade stand in the land. Big, hairy, audacious, God-sized goals are ones that you cannot accomplish without Him.